Welcome back to The Explainer. Okay, let's just dive right into this. Have you noticed the deep psychological crisis happening everywhere right now? I mean, people all over the world are dealing with these massive modern identity struggles, skyrocketing anxiety, and just this incredible societal division. We are constantly comparing ourselves, constantly defending our little territories, and honestly, it's leaving us absolutely exhausted. So to understand why this is happening, I want you to imagine waking up tomorrow morning completely stripped of your religion, your nationality, your profession, your political opinions, and even your past successes and failures. Every single label society has given you, just poof, gone. Who would you actually be? Now, this isn't just some abstract philosophical thought experiment. It's genuinely one of the most profound psychological tests you can take.
Section 1. The Invisible Mental Prison. You see, our brains literally love to create identities. We label ourselves as successful or poor, attractive or spiritual. And originally, these were just meant to be simple mental shortcuts to help us navigate the world. But here's the trap. When we attach our happiness and our self-worth to these labels, our identities become incredibly fragile the second our life circumstances change. Lose the job, and suddenly you feel like you've lost yourself entirely. Modern neuroscience actually points directly to the brain's default mode network to explain this. This network is constantly constructing running stories and narratives about who we are. It's a highly useful system, sure, but we completely forget that the story is not the person. The map is not the territory. And when the map changes, we completely panic because we think our actual existence is threatened.
Picture a beautiful glass bottle that someone has completely covered in stickers. Fragile, expensive, luxury. Eventually, you stop seeing the beautiful glass altogether, right? You only read the stickers. And honestly, this is exactly what we do to each other. We stop seeing actual human beings and only read the labels society slaps on us. It makes our real-life social interactions feel just like reading off a LinkedIn profile or an Instagram bio. We totally miss the human beneath the paper.
Section 2. The Mystic Who Destroyed Labels.
Now, you might be thinking this crisis of identity is a uniquely modern problem born from social media. Actually, scratch that. Look back at history. Over 300 years ago, a mystic from Punjab named Bulleh Shah possessed the extraordinary courage to look right through this very same illusion of identity. He lived from 1680 to 1757, which was a period in the Indian subcontinent filled with intense religious conflict, political instability, rigid hierarchies, and deep social divisions. Does that sound at all familiar? Fast forward to the modern day, and we see a direct parallel. Humanity is literally struggling with the exact same divisions, fighting over identities, with everyone absolutely convinced they alone possess the absolute truth.
Bulleh Shah took a wildly revolutionary stance against all of this. He wasn't against religion or tradition itself, but he challenged hypocrisy and rejected empty rituals that were completely devoid of love. His words were considered incredibly dangerous by the establishment of his time, not because they promoted any kind of violence, no way, but because he promoted total inner freedom. He dared to challenge people who were obsessed with their external identities while forgetting the whole essence of being human.
Section 3. The Neuroscience of Division.
So why does this urge to divide ourselves into opposing camps feel so overwhelmingly natural to us? Well, it actually comes down to ancient evolutionary survival traits, specifically something called in-group bias. Thousands of years ago, treating differences in language or customs as an immediate danger is what kept your tribe safe. It was basic us versus them programming. But today, that ancient programming is being weaponized. Social media algorithms actually reward outrage, exploiting this exact bias to spread division and anger far faster than compassion. Bulleh Shah simply called this ignorance, not a lack of intelligence, mind you, but a tragic forgetting of our shared humanity.
To counter this illusion, there's this absolutely profound metaphor. Imagine thousands of waves rising up in the vast ocean. One wave is boasting about its massive size, another is bragging about its religion, another claims its nation is totally superior, and another says it has way more followers. Then a wise wave smiles and delivers a quiet realization. You've all forgotten something. We're water. The waves are suddenly humbled. Their labels, their heights, their shapes, they're all temporary. But their shared essence,
The water itself is eternal.
Now, what's really interesting about this is how Bulleh Shah's teachings align so beautifully across global philosophies and modern science. Buddhism refers to this as non-self. The Upanishads call it universal consciousness. Taoism seeks harmony beyond opposites. And modern psychology? It calls it transcending the ego. These are all just different languages pointing to the exact same underlying reality.
When Bulleh Shah spoke of love, he wasn't talking about romance. He meant radical connection, dissolving the illusion of separation. And modern neuroscience actually backs this up. Practicing this kind of radical connection physically heals the body. It reduces your stress hormones, increases oxytocin, and significantly calms your nervous system. Dropping the heavy emotional weight of resentment and division literally restores an exhausted brain.
Section 4, the practical framework, remove the labels.
So the crucial point is, how do we actually do this? Because theory changes nothing. Practice changes everything. Let's walk through this 5-step framework inspired directly by his teachings. Step 1. Notice your labels. Daily, ask yourself which identity you're trying so hard to protect. Step 2 is separating facts from stories. Step 3 is practicing human first, seeing the struggling parent or the fellow human being before seeing their politics or religion. Step 4, spend time in silence to quiet that noisy ego. No notifications, just pure presence. And step 5, choose love over being right. Before your next argument, ask yourself, do you want connection or do you just want victory?
Let's drill down specifically into step 2 for a second, because this powerfully illustrates where our pain actually originates. Fact: someone criticized you. Story: I'm worthless. Fact: you lost money. Story: my life is over. I really want you to realize that our mental suffering almost always comes from the dramatic story we invent to protect our labels, not from the factual event itself.
Section 5. Discovering the real you.
It is absolutely crucial to remember that Bulleh Shah wasn't asking people to abandon society, reject their religions, or quit their jobs. He was simply pleading with us to stop confusing the container for the essence. Don't spend your entire life fiercely defending a fragile, temporary identity at the cost of your own profound peace. Because ultimately, the greatest journey isn't becoming someone else, it's discovering who you were before the world told you who to be. I strongly encourage you to start peeling away your mental stickers one by one. Take off the fragile sticker. Take off the failure sticker. The superior sticker. Just keep peeling them back until only your true shared consciousness remains.
I'm going to leave you with this final provocative thought. Which label are you absolutely ready to let go of today? I want you to comment your answer below. I read them all, and it is always fascinating to see what you're leaving behind. Be sure to follow for more deep insights explained from the world's greatest thinkers. And check the description for links to our free ebooks to help you continue this journey. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer, and until next time, stay curious, stay humble, and remember to look past the labels.